Tulsa King, season 1, episode 5, titled Token Guy or Token King, something like that. Token something. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, grinders and grandettes, I go by the name of the Black Abstract. If you're new to my channel, I urge you to like, subscribe, hit the bell so we can do this again. We got to get into it. Listen, if you guys want me, if you watch this review and afterwards you want me to do reviews for the other episodes that have passed already, just DM me, or you can leave a comment telling me to, and I will gladly do so. I was gonna wait till this was completely over before I started, but I'm like, yo, this is too good. This show has progressively gotten better each week after each week, and I'm very, very happy about it. Man, that ending was crazy. Like, that was a rated R ending. Like, I'm like, oh, this is crazy. Let's get into it. Dwight goes to New York to obviously pay his respects to his younger brother who has passed away. Doing so, he reconnects with his sister, and they have a great exchange. He also inquires if his daughter was there, and we learned out that she is there with her husband. He doesn't really kind of say anything to her at that particular moment. He kind of just pays his respects and he skedaddles out of there. In New York, or in Tulsa, we see that Tyson gets pulled over due to the fact that the police are actually in the back pocket of the gentleman who runs the motorcycle gang. And it's not looking too good. But they pull him over on some BS. Wind up getting him out the car, take him to the station. The whole plan was pretty much to get his cell phone. They get the call from him after, bribing him that he can't go to the bathroom. And they really do that. I got family members that's locked up, and they really will do stuff like that. It's crazy with how they think of stuff in there. But anyway, he gets gemmed up. They get his phone. Upon getting his phone, they see that getting his phone, they see that they get Bodie's number, and they wind up contacting Bodie, getting his information, and they wind up pulling him. And we figure out that the person pulling the strings actually wants to sit down with him, and he's just trying to get to Dwight. But he also learned that Dwight is actually extorting Bodie. So I'm not saying he empathizes, but he's looking at it from a different angle. I knew for sure everybody was getting knocked off, especially Bodie, but he's playing chess, not checkers. I think he just wanted to get to Dwight. It was a good thing that Dwight was out of town, because had he not been in town, who knows what would have happened, aside from that, they wind up getting rid of Bodie, or dropping him off at the bar, and we see that they try to pull the same thing with my man that works at the bar. Post his name in the comments. I always forget his name. And he ain't going on at all. He's like, listen, this is Cherokee ground or Cherokee land. Get your Twinkie eating ass the hell out of here. He got his southern drawl on. I'm like, yo, he ain't playing around. But he's like, yo, you dealing with, he's like, I don't care who I'm dealing with, blah, blah, blah. Let's make it feel like he's talking big shit. But they wind up just leaving him alone and letting him go. Or not even letting him go, but leaving him alone and getting off his property. And, we don't really hear too much from him after that. But we saw in the trailer what's going to happen. Next, we see that after the wake service, they have a dinner the following day, which Dwight decides to pay for, and it upsets his daughter because she feels like he's trying to flash his money and this and this and that to cover the cost to kind of make himself more favorable. And she's not like that, because she like, yo, you wasn't around, blah, blah, blah. Jail is no excuse. And she's not letting him off the hook easily, We also learn some grave details later on, which I'll get into. But also we see that one of the Manny is told by one of his coworkers that she shouldn't be messing with she reveals that she knew about the fight, but she tells him that that's a dangerous gang that he's messing with, and you should Google who they are. So he winds up doing that, and he sees exactly what's going on, and he looks shook. And I thought something was going to happen to him. Because I'm listening, he's a weasel. The way his character was introduced, I kind of always see him in that light. So I'm not really saying that I don't like him, but I feel like his character is expendable. But I think he'll do something to redeem himself. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Uh, after running around to no avail, we don't know what's gonna happen with the biker gang. Everything seems peachy and cream. Dwight leaves a heartfelt message for his brother on his voicemail of his sister-in-law's house. I thought was pretty dope. Just a montage. He goes and visits his brother or his daughter actually at her business. She owns her own business. Upon talking, they're healing. They kind of hashing out, getting things off their chest. And he's kind of like, yo, can we just move past this? Like, yo, is there any way? And she's like, yeah, sure. And I feel like the daughter's like this. She got a slither of love for him, but the love is like locked in a lockbox, covered by a bunch of different lifestyle experiences or emojis or something, and it's all in your fucking head or something. I don't know. I could be wrong, but anyway, we see that she reveals to us that something happened in regards to one of his work or one of his so-called family, and the man she mentioned, I'm like, oh, I thought it was the head guy, because I'm like, who's he talking about? But it wasn't Pete. He goes to the hospital. And earlier he had went as well, which he kind of got scolded for not showing up or not being there when he was in town. But he reassures him like, listen, man, family first. Y'all niggas can wait. Y'all not doing something. But they let him know that Pete's in the hospital. So he goes and pays his respects. And that exchange, when they were at the hospital, when the wife asked for, or she didn't ask for it, but he went and offered the wife a handkerchief. I thought that shit was hilarious, though. He was just like, you want your other jaw? I'm like, oh my God, this dude crazy. So anyway, he goes to see Pete, and he asks Pete if he knew about his daughter getting assaulted. She doesn't really tell us what happened, but we can allude, or she leaves it up to imagination that, something happened. So he takes it upon himself. She tells him, listen, do not go and confront the person. The first thing he does, go to the hospital to see Paulie, and after that, Paulie kind of reaffirms him like, yo, who are you talking about? Because he doesn't know what's going on either. So the white winds up leaving. He goes to the hangout that they're all out, and he winds up doing this dude bad. I'm talking about burning his face, beating him up, stepped on his head so there was nothing there. I said, oh man, this is crazy. But listen, that's a lot. That's like a real reaction that probably any dad in here would have. You get what I'm saying? So, salute him for holding it down. I feel like I don't know. I don't even want to get into that. So yeah, he like that shit was crazy, dude. My girl was like, oh, she's queasy about stuff like that. Me, I'm like more. But yeah, great episode overall. I loved it. Like I said, these progressively had gotten better and better. So, make sure you like, subscribe. If it's anything I left out, post it in the comments. Let's talk about it. Peace.